All right, real quick intro here before we dive in. I did have to record this in chunks because, well, that sounded pleasant, chunks. Ugh. I had to record this in bits and pieces. That sounds a little better. Because I was still waiting on some stuff to come in, and so the clips may be a little disjointed. I do apologize. As you can tell, this is going to be a super long video, with both the supplies first and then the books second. Now, as always, I have timestamps in the description, so I will have chapters set up, mostly just, I'll try to do it for all the supplies and all the books. So if you want to see a particular supply or book and you don't want to go through the whole thing, just hop down the description and click the timestamp. That will take you there. If I've already done a review of something, or I've already done a flip through of the book, like a book earlier this month, I will also stick a card in. You'll see that come up at the top, if you want to click on that to see the full flip through of that book. Other than that, I think we are ready to get started. I would recommend going ahead. Well, you can come back and watch this anytime. You don't have to watch it all in one sitting. But if you want to, may want to go to the bathroom and go ahead and top off your drink and you know, settle in and just watch me be crazy excessive in my budget spending. There were two issues this month, and I don't know if I noticed this in the first clip because I've already forgotten, but I bought all my budget stuff at the beginning of the month or mid-month, and I thought I was good. Then Amazon did a 3 for the price of 2 coloring book sale, and then Prime Day happened, and so I borrowed against my budget. So this will probably be the last major haul you guys see for either until August or September. So anyway, buckle in, strap in, and let's get this show on the road. Alright, to kick off the supply haul, I do want to show off some birthday happy mail that I got when I was in my when I was in my dark period. my my dark mode last month. Where I took a little bit of a break. I received these as happy mail from my wonderful friend Tammy, so thank you, Tammy. She always seems to know just when I need a bright spot in my day. These are the 48 set of the Ohuhu pastel markers. It is 48 and not 50. I started to record this and thought it was 50, and I thought I included the blenders. Then all of a sudden thought I was missing one. Went through it and then looked at the top, and I'm like, you dits, you dumbass, that's 48. Anyway, and they didn't count the colorless blender in that, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, so this is actually the first set of Ohuhus that I've owned. It's a chisel tip and a brush tip. In the past, I haven't been much on pastel colors, but as you will see this month, I have been kind of embracing those a little bit, just trying new things, you know, getting out of my comfort zone a little bit. They do come with a little bitty swatch card, which was what I used as a checklist, and but I ended up using my own swatch sheet, and then it comes with this little insert thing here. This is actually called the Honolulu series. Ooh, fancy. It kind of has a swatch on the back too, though compared to how it looks here, I don't know how accurate this is. These look a little bit more muted compared to what I swatched, so just FYI. This is the swatch sheet. Please ignore the weird little scratchings on the right. You know how that goes. Just interesting colors. Ones, like I said, that I wouldn't normally use, but that I want to challenge myself to use more. So the cool thing is, this is one product I've already used, and I can show you guys what it looks like. So out of Jade Summer's Baby Dragons, you will be seeing this in my completed pages for the month. I actually did a buddy color with Tammy. This is our project book that we're working through, and I did this page. Now this is pastel, the Ohuhu pastel marker base, and then there's a little bit of pencil shading on top and some gel pen in different areas. There's also some Stickles. but the base is all from the pastel marker set. And I did have a little bit of luck finding, you know, some two complementary colors to like do the outline in. But ultimately, I found that shading worked a little better with these. It's a little bit harder to do that with just 50 markers, and that would be the case with any color 50 markers. So I think these are great for straight coloring. I think they're great as a base color. They did great on here. Definitely have nothing to complain about in regards to Ohuhu. So yeah, so we're going to show you guys this again here in a minute. But thank you, Tammy, for those. Now, oh boy, I need more room on my desk. Yes, indeedy. Hang on a second. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to show you, also in the pastel, this was part of my birthday haul points that I built up for myself as part of my 2-month no-buy and my little points reward system for doing the things and being productive. I've already swatched these out and put them in a little canvas bag. These are the Marco 24-pack pastel colored pencils. They're not pastel pencils, they're pastel colored pencils. Now, these do not come numbered, so you don't see my chicken scratch. I just used masking tape to go ahead and number them. There's 24 of them. It wasn't that big of a deal. Here's the rest of them, so you can kind of see. My pencil sharpener does like to chew on my pencils a little bit, which it doesn't necessarily bother me, but some people don't like it, if you're wondering why they look. So they come in this little just plastic box. And let's take a look at the swatches. Sheet of paper. Look at me having all my stuff. Alright, so these are those swatched out right here. Sorry for the glare. Well, that just made it worse. So there you go. Zoom in. There. Now it looks weirdly wavy. Anyway, so there are the pencils. They're not really in any color order. I was having trouble with that, and I just start slapping numbers and masking tape on them. But you do get like a cream color, and then like a light yellow, a darker yellow orange, an orangey apricot color, and so on. You get a fair amount of pinks, a fair amount of blues and greens, not very many purples. It's standard fare for colored pencils, basically, where they generally lack in oranges and purples and yellows. So there are those, and then we're going to look back one more time at this, because those are what I use to shade this. So I shaded, they did really well over the marker. Didn't have to put a whole lot of pressure on them. They are a harder pencil. They are, I wouldn't say entirely budget friendly, because I feel like $17 or $25 for 24 pencils is probably not entirely a great deal, but they got the job done. I used them. I was able to match them up with most of the colors in the Ohuhu pastel set. So if you're looking for like a complementary pencil to marker combo, just to try them out, I think, like, just getting started with them, I think both of them are good deals. Yeah, they were a little bit harder though when I was swatching them. When I was using them as just shading over marker, I think they'd be fine, but like trying to blend them or use them as straight coloring, they're going to be too hard for my hands. So, but I was happy with them. I think they're a good starter set. Honestly though, down the road I will probably try to get possibly the Pastel set. I would prefer, because again, the Holbein pastel pencils are crazy, ridiculous expensive. So would like to get the Pastelos, but I was on a budget, so I was trying to make them work. Anyway, the combination gave me some really interesting results. And like I said, this was completely different for me, completely out of my comfort zone in regards to colors used. So, what else did I get? With my birthday no-buy points budget stuff, I got these. They're silicone pottery craft type utensils. There's 10 of them. And now I get to hear a whole bunch of plastic rattling because for some reason I did not think, where are my scissors? Where my scissors be? I did not think to take these. All my other stuff was out of the package already, and these weren't. So here we go. We've got these that I assume are more of the silicone ends. So what am I going to use these for? There we go. Do not recommend doing it that way. Go get you a pair of scissors. So silicone edging on those. These are also smaller tools that have the silicone. Oh, see, this one has a nice little flat thingamajigger. These have silicone ends as well, plus they've got this little tool end piece with the ball on it. I saw, who was it? Saw someone, obviously. Someone was using these to put down and take up masking fluid, and I thought that these, it seemed like they were able to put down the masking fluid quickly and take it up. So because I'm getting more into watercolors, hello, I figure I'm going to need some. I've got masking fluid, I just need to start actually using it. What else? Oh, right, so my budget, so then I also am going to start growing my stickle collection. Right now, I only have the clear stickles. What's the name of it? The diamond stickles. That was the only one I had just because I wanted something clear, and that's what I used in that baby dragons picture. But then I went over to Ranger ink, and I'm just going to start collecting these because I just really want to. So right here we've got Waterfall, lime green, glam pink, and frosted lace. I think the frosted lace was on sale. And then, so what I'm going to do is just every now and then when I have, you know, I am going to go through and buy some things. I'm just going to buy a few here and there and then just build up my collection that way. This bag, let's just do it this way. We have Cool Mint, Sea Glass. Oh, good. You know, I had this all sorted and neat. There we go. Yellow, just standard yellow. This one was also on sale. Mermaid tail, which I was super excited about. That one I knew absolutely I was going to get. The sea glass one I love too. And then Cool Mint. So, there we go. Actually, let's just chuck those back in the box for now until I get my stuff more sorted. And then finally, I got these. I have seen Shayna use them. I saw Lisa's Coloring Corner swatch them. And I finally just said, you know what? I want to do more watercolor mediums, mixed medium. So I got these. They are the Kingart gel sticks, mixed media gel sticks. I got the 48 standard set and then this 24 pastel set. And as far as I know, there isn't any overlap, I don't believe. So, good news there. These are just the boxes, obviously. So, let's get one stack of these bad boys out. So each stack of these come in like one of these little plastic cases. Actually, we could have just done the first one. And I'll probably just keep them in here for now. Here we go. you do get some metallics, which is what's in this one, which is super cool. So these are soft, kind of like a lipstick, where you could actually, if you rub it with a little bit of pressure on your finger, it'll come off. It's that soft. You can use these straight on the paper, and then you can like rub with your finger. You can use one of the silicone tools, might work. And the one way I really want to use them is as to activate them with water. I do have gelatos, and I love my gelatos. Y'all know I do, but they are expensive. And these are a whole lot more budget friendly. So, plus, I haven't compared the colors yet because I haven't swatched my gelatos. So once I do that, I will do a more thorough review of these. I will show you the swatches real quick, if I can. Come here, come here. You're in the very back. Now these swatches, what I did was the left side, I just rubbed it onto the paper straight from the pen, the thing it comes in, that whatever. The applicator, let's call it the applicator. So this side's just the applicator, and then this side was water activated. So there is a slight difference. You can see, obviously, activating it with water is going to give you a less opaque look. But this is the 48 set right here, and just, I love the bright colors. Love them. They are just gorgeous. And then these metallics look interesting. I don't know. Yeah, you can see it. And the silver and gold give you that sheen too. So you do get a little bit of a sheen with the metallic, which is really cool. And then these are the pastel set. And like I said, I don't believe there's any overlap, which is super cool. So this just gives me something else to use, and more color options. Like I said, my plan for most of these items is to eventually do more thorough reviews, but I've learned for me, if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget. And I haven't sprayed these, so they probably just smear all over the place. Now keep in mind, like gelatos, or because they're soft, if you do use them on something, they will rub off. So you'll probably want to use some kind of fixative spray. So keep that in mind. I just didn't want them to get all over the place. But I do plan to do a more thorough review. I just, I want to really use them first. Really use them and put them through paces before I do that. So, that was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be it, right? And then, and then it all started. Well, like I said, I'm going to tell all y'all this in the intro. Anyway, y'all know how it started. So now I borrowed to get some more points, and we're probably going on another no-buy next month. So, the other supplies I have are, I did buy another set of these were Prime Day items. So I bought another set of the Weisbrant 50 set markers. It was only like $2 off, and I don't even know if that was part of Prime Day or if that was just a separate coupon. I have a very thorough review, and I will stick a card in up above if you guys want to go look at that, of this set. It still comes with the 2 colorless blenders, which is highly unnecessary, so you really only get 48 colors in it. That is one of the few pet peeves that I have about the set. But y'all, I can't believe how much I've used my other set. Like, it's went through a lot of pages, and I've been tossing markers left and right as I've been using them. These are my go-to for basic color by number books. Any variants I need, like, I don't feel like it has a very good red orange for me, so I usually have to go digging in another set for that. But other than that, like, I mean, this is what I use for just comfort coloring, basic color by number, this is my go-to set. And they're really juicy markers, so you kind of have to be careful when you're first taking the caps off and stuff. Hopefully that's not the case with these, but anyway, I mean, for 15, normally 17, $18 US, I just hands down for just basic color by number books, and even like 2-color blending if you want to try that, because these are also brush and chisel tip markers. For like just 2-color or 3-color trying out blending, honestly these are my pick for both of those categories. So kind of a backup set, but honestly I've used so many of the other set, it's really time. And I normally wouldn't count getting, not backups. I normally wouldn't count getting replacements towards my value, but I still have, probably over half the markers still left. So we're going to count them as backup and count them towards my total. These are also going to be considered backup and count towards my total. These are the Brutfurner square barrel. I think it's 120 set. Is that right? I can't remember. These, with the coupons and Amazon Prime Day sale, were off $10, $7, something like that. So great deal for under $25. I've used the pencils quite a bit. Hopefully a review's coming up in July. I like them a lot. I really do. I like these pencils so very much. And so I did want to get a backup set, because with budget-friendly pencils, you just never know, right? Like, if they change how they make them, if the company stops making them, anyway, this way I should have the pencils for, like, as long as I want to color with them, as little as I color with colored pencils and as slow as I color with colored pencils. I also got these. These are the Arteza acrylic markers. There's 20 of them. Y'all know I love my acrylic markers, and these were, I've been wanting these for a long time, but I feel like they're kind of they've been overpriced, but they were on a pretty good sale, so I snagged some. There are the colors right there. I'm hoping to get some of the stuff out that I haven't already, like the gel sticks and these and stuff, and just play with them at some point, if I haven't already done that. I don't know. Anyway, what's cool about these is they come with tweezers, a little set of tweezers, which actually would be useful for some of my markers with replacement nibs. And then, if I can get them, there's replacement nibs in here for the paint markers. Oh my good gravy. There. They will never go back in the box. The tray actually has little individual slots for them, which I think is cool. These come with replacement nibs. You get a little chisel tip, and then you get like a fine point nib. There must be a lot of paint in these markers if they think you're going to need new nibs, right? Like, I mean, so so if you want a really fine tip nib, it's in there. This gives you like the bigger tip, which is what I wanted. I'd like to use these maybe for backgrounds. Let's see. These also have a fine point on the end, so we'll just pop that back in there. Michelle, you didn't use your tweezers. I know. Haven't swatched them out yet. Gonna get around to it. Anyway, I wanted some heavy-duty acrylic markers with some bigger tips. I seem to have a lot of trouble finding those unless I want to pay a lot of money for Posca or these. So since they were on sale, I figured, oh, let's give it a try. Again, they will not go back in there, so we're going to just do that. All right. Man, I got stuff raining down on me from above. It's all in this precarious pile, and just breathing wrong's just gonna bring it all down on my head. All right, so this is the CICIMELON. I guess that's how you pronounce it. It's a large capacity pencil case pouch pen bag for school, teen, girl, boy, men, yellow, women. Boy, that's a lot of just nouns thrown into one description. Like, okay, anyway. So I saw this during Prime Day. When I'm going outside to color or I'm taking supplies room to room, a lot of, or if I'm working on a project and I have a lot of just loose pencils or something, I'm always looking for something to store them in temporarily, and especially if I have multiple projects going on. So this looked really appealing, especially due to the size. So it's got like it's not a wire on the bottom. It kind of, no, I guess. It's a wire on the top. That's what, y'all, it's Sunday and I just woke up at like 4:30. I feel rested, at least a little bit. I just, brain's still not working. But look how much stuff you could fit in here. It's room for all the activities. So like if I grab my Arteza acrylic paint pens, how many of those? 4, 8, 12, and these are good sized paint pens. 16, 20. I can fit those in there and still have room if I needed to put something else in there on this side. So, and I mean, these are pretty big paint pens. They're like marker size. So like 20 really good sized markers would fit in here. So I'm going to try this out. If this works out well, and I think the Prime Day sale only knocked like a couple dollars off. It's normally like $10 or $11 depending on the color, and the yellow's bright. I like that. But just depending on how much I like this, I may be getting more of these for just random storage and like pencils and stuff that don't quite fit in like the regular little pencil pouches. I have a lot of those, but sometimes the pencil's too long or something and it just doesn't quite fit right in those. So there's this one. We're just gonna keep the paint pens in there for now. I got that. I also got, this is gonna look really weird, I got a spice rack. You're like, okay. I am in the process of swatching all of my coloring supplies, and then I'm going to organize them better than they are now. And I found these. They are a set of 2. Geez, Michelle, it's almost like you could have prepared yourself. These are non-skid 3-tier spice rack organizers. It's a 14.5-inch long, and it comes in a pack of 2. Actually has like a little no-slip mat. So what I figured I'd do with these is wherever I'm going to set this on, this will be the place that I can, and I could actually store my Stickles 2 deep. So that gives me even more room for my activities. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. So like, I'm probably going to store my Stickles on here. I have, where's my craft? My sit-up craft paint. So like a lot of the craft paint I have, I can set up on here. You see some of that there. Even my big bottles. And then like, I could also put, I have some bottles of glitter glue, random inexpensive ones from Walmart that will also fit on here. So I've got all kinds of things that I could stand up and stick on here that will free up. I have a lot of these little, well, you can't see it because the spice rack's in the way. I have a lot of these little totes with lids that are great for storing stuff, but I only have so many. I don't really need to buy a whole bunch more, so if I can free up these for other things, then, that works out. So that's the idea. My problem is I am not quite sure where I'm going to put these yet. I thought I was going to put them on top of this desk, the desk that I work at. I'll have to link here. I'll just put another card here to my last art space tour, so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. I have multiple desks, and this desk, the one that I work at, the top of that desk was where I was planning on putting this, and I may still, but that also gives Leroy an opportunity to knock things off at will when he gets up there. So, well, again, we'll have to see. Something else I bought for storage. So since I hadn't actually swatched my stuff and realized what all I have yet, I was a little hesitant to buy too much storage. But there were a couple things that really caught my eye. So these are like little, that was noisy. These are little magazine holders, and of course they're space related. I love anything space. Space and cats. Space cats. That's my jam. These were selling for packs of 2. Not on Prime Day, just happened to come across them during my buying spree. They are cardboard, but they're really sturdy, and they have snaps on the inside, if you can see. And then they're made, it looks like, by Sun. So I bought 2 packs, and so I've got 4. And what I use these for is storing all of my challenge-related stuff on the top of my desk away from my regular bookcase, so I can keep them all together. Like this one has all of my Sunken Treasure books. Well, all the ones I could fit in here. The cool thing about that too is if you set them up side by side, you can put books in between, and of course there'll be bookends, and you don't have to worry about falling books. So let me put these bad boys back in here. This holds a fair amount of books. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. Even the longer books like Circle of Life and Mouse Guard and the Joanna Basford books they handle. So they may seem a little pricey, but honestly, as sturdy as they are, I think they'll last a long time, as long as I don't try to squeeze too many books in them. So yeah, though, like I said, the only problem is now that I've put those up there, I don't know if I have room for the spice rack. So who knows? Stay tuned. Once I get everything reorganized, we'll do a whole nother tour. All right. I bought another backup set of markers. I bought the Taotrees. Again, replacements. I wouldn't normally count as a new purchase and count towards my budget, but I haven't run out of a Taotree marker yet. I just love using them so much in like my George Tufexis books that I know I need another pack, because if I run it out of a marker, I'm going to be real mad. So these were actually discounted as well, at least $7, if not 10, because I think they normally run about 30. So it was a really good deal. I needed a backup set anyway, so it just all came together. And if you're not familiar with the Taotrees, I noticed other marker companies are starting to come out with these slimline markers. They're slim little markers, like a little thicker than a colored pencil basically, and they have a chisel and a fine tip. These are great, I have found, for really detailed color by number books where you have the really small spaces to fill in. They do bleed a little, like some of them do, but just not to the level of trying to use a regular marker, and I'm too lazy to be bothered to use pencil for those. So like the George Tufexis books, these do great. Where's it at? Come here. I use these on 2 pages in here. We've got this one, and we've got, and the more you use them, the less they'll bleed, obviously, but you can tell when I say bleed, it's just minor. Like I had a little bit, when I have to put blue and orange together, I seem to have a little trouble if I'm not super careful with them kind of bleeding and getting a little muddy. But that's it. I mean, you can see from the rest of it. They're just gorgeous. They're perfect for this. The books with the little square mosaics, I find they work really well in that too. And there's 101 in this set, so I do recommend these if you like coloring those styles of books. I've got 2 new pencil cases, the 72 sets. I don't know if it was because of Prime Day, but I think these were marked down to like $6 and $7. If you didn't already know, I'll have all the links in the description. The the little holders for the zippers crack me up in these. So I've got a 72 set one right here that's got the pretty little flowers. Look at these little, they're like little devils. That's just so not connected to these flowers at all, but these are freaking adorable. If I don't use them on here, I will so use them on something else. I love those. Anyway, these are single pencil type cases, so you've got the little bands for each pencil. These are the smaller 72, which are about usually half the price depending on which ones you get. And then this one is of course blue, but this one's got like a little skull and crossbones with like the pink, and it's just hilarious. Like these are in no way related to the actual cases. That's fine though. I don't care. The cases are nice. I love them. They work well and they're relatively inexpensive. So I've got a 72 set of watercolor pencils I bought. Yeah, I took the plastic off. This wasn't from today. This was a while back. But I think it was Monet, maybe. The Coloring Diva has highly recommended these watercolor pencils, and they keep going out of stock because they're like $14. So I need to swatch them, and they will be finally getting a home in a case. And I'm not sure what I'm doing with the other ones yet. I have some more watercolor pencils, or I'm going to put my ink tints in there. They're currently in a wrap case. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's also wrap cases, by the way. Usually for 72 sets of pencils, you can get these. And just throwing stuff everywhere. Started to say something else. Anyway, you can buy these cases. They're little fabric cases that you can tie shut and then they roll open. This one of course has owls. I have one that has cats. They're really cute and I like them. It's hard to store them as easily as it is the upright cases that I just showed you. So I have to figure out what went where. I guess I'll do that after the video. It's too early for this. Okay, so what else? Oh, finally saw these, and let me move my candle out of the way. I saw these. Where are you in my orders? These are the Best Crafts Tempera paint sticks. They were selling the 24 pack for, I think it was $10 during Prime Day, which it's back up a little bit now. But here lately I've really been into the paint stick idea because it's a lot less messy and a less hassle to have to get actual paint out. I have no idea how these do. They have 12 classic, 6 neon, and 6 metallic. It says no water needed, but it does say that they're water soluble. So these are, I'm thinking in the realm of like the gel stick crayons, or the crayons like gelatos and the Kingart ones that I bought. But these are probably a really cheap version of something like that. And once I get these out of here, I'm gonna have to find a different way to store them. I don't know if I can get them open for this. I was going to put one on a piece of paper. I like these and putting them on a palette and using water for like backgrounds or filling in really large spaces. There we go. These must be the neons and metallics. So let's grab this neon orange and take a quick looky-loo, shall we? In my live stream Saturday night, we got out the Kingarts and played with them on the palette with watercolor. So Alright, so I don't really want to like fall out of the thing, but I think that's about how much you get. So, fair amount of product. These look a little bit bigger than lipsticks. This is like a really big lipstick. So compared to this compared to a gelato in size, they are bigger than those. And compared to the Kingart gel sticks. So in no way, shape, or form does this say gel or crayon. It just says Tempera paint on the Amazon description. Again, does not... Ooh, these are made in Germany. Very interesting. Alright, let's slap this bad boy onto a piece of paper. Alright, so if I'm lightly rubbing it, you get a textured look. Here. There you go. Now you can see better. So let me do a little bit harder second layer. Ooh, that's nice. Starts off a little dry, but once you get really going, it's pretty smooth. Alright. I've not cleaned my palette off since the live stream, but we're gonna rub some on over here in the corner, or hopefully it won't mix with the purple too much. These look very sheer. You would probably need a lot of layers to make these opaque, though we might grab like that dark purple just to confirm. Okay, so grab my water brush. Let's go ahead. Make sure it actually throws some water down. Oh yeah, you're not going to get a ton of pigment out of these. These might be better suited to, if you need a very light wash, doing it this way might work. These don't seem to have nearly the pigment that the Kingarts and gelatos do, but I mean, for the price point, well, the price point now I'm not so sure, because it's like 18 US, I feel like. So let's see what happens when I add water to this. I'm just using cardstock. Now see, it did smooth it out very nicely. I think these will be really nice for backgrounds. Of course, the real test is going to come down to like how they are on Amazon paper. But I like that. Let me grab the purple real quick. I know this video is super long, but I hate to show stuff and not play with it a little bit, just to kind of show you guys what I'm seeing and why potential uses. Oh my gosh, this packaging, y'all. This packaging is not my friend. Alright, let's try the dark purple. So, like I said, it takes a little bit, as you can see, to get it going. But that's fine. Once you get it going, though, you're good. I like it like that. Here, let's do the top part and go back over it. When you first start it, it does drop like a little bit. It scatters the pigment a little bit on the paper. So just what I would do to start them is to prime them, I guess, is just take a separate piece of paper and like do this with it to get any of the little cruddy pieces. Or if they've been sitting there for a while and they may be dry, I'd do that a little bit before I started putting it on the actual paper. So we're going to make that a little bit more pigmented and then leave that like that. So, not bad. In of itself, it's fine. So now let me put it on the palette. This is a very similar, actually it would be kind of fortuitous, the purple's on there, because it's a similar purple. You can see now if you really push hard, you can get some of that, those little pieces off that. So I put it next to the other purple. Make sure. Alright. So it is water soluble. Definitely very water soluble. Yep. So I would recommend using these on a palette if you want like a light wash, because you're not going to get a whole ton of pigment down. You're going to have to really layer these if you want more opaque color. But that's okay. Sometimes you want that lighter, more transparent look. So there's that. Now let's activate it straight on the paper. Again, cardstock, I cannot guarantee what this will do on Amazon paper because we all know it's its own little special snowflake. This one I'm definitely adding more water than I would testing it on Amazon just because it's a little heavier paper. Alright, so the purple didn't dissolve as nicely as the orange did. You have to really work at it to get it to dissolve. If I was rubbing like this on Amazon paper, it would have done pilled by now. So not a lot of luck with the lighter application. But if I go over the dark purple side, it works pretty well. Now, as far as I can tell, this is just like regular kids' craft paint. So when it dries, it may not have the, it's not going to have like the properties of the gelatos and the gel sticks where you can like rub it with your finger. It feels really, doesn't feel as soft. So I don't think you're going to be able to like rub it or blend it like that. But just for a quick and easy background, you could just rub the stick over it and then do that. The purple's not bad. You just probably want to put quite a bit of pigment on the paper. So I think if you can catch these on sale like I did, around the $10 range for the 24 pack is a great deal. When they're up to a price point of like $18, they're getting a little closer to the Kingarts. If it were me, I would just, unless I had a really specific reason for these, I would just throw in a few more bucks and get the Kingarts. So anyway, but I will be using these and you will be seeing me use these. So all right, so I think we're ready to get to the books now. Oh gosh, all right, let me get reorganized. Everybody say hi to Leroy, our favorite troublemaker. Hey, buddy. Sorry, he's like right at the camera and you really can't see him. He's everybody's favorite troublemaker. And the way I would adjust the camera, he'd be like upside down. But anyway, hey, buddy. Oh, isn't he sweet? Oh, he's up here on the desk wanting scritches. Alright, let me pause this for a second and I'll give him some scritches. And now he's left a bunch of cat hair. I thought he was going to make a beeline for the printer to get up on the desk, but he just wanted a few little scritches, I think. Now he's on my other desk. Anyway, so the book stack is a culmination of the beginning of the month buying on my points budget and birthday money budget that I accumulated, and then I thought I was done, and then Amazon said, no, you're not done because we're doing a 3 for the price of 2 sale, and those are always really good sales. And I don't get any notification. Most of the time I find out because somebody else on ColorTube has told me. So anytime those happen, I always try to pass those off to you guys because they do a lot of new nice books in those, and you will see that here. So anyway, all right, no particular order on these. I'm not doing full flip throughs. We're just going to look at a few of the pictures. I will do the full flip throughs as I continue through the collection. However, if there is a book you specifically want to flip through of that I haven't done yet, that I may not have gotten to yet, let me know and I will do a video for that. I don't mind at all. Usually I group them together, but if you want to see a specific flip through, I don't mind at all. Alright, so this is Pastel Goth. I blame this one on the live stream. I blame this one on Coloring with Haley, which, by the way, recommend her channel for anybody that she colors a lot of unique type pictures, and then even unique ones that are cutesy like this. And I love how she uses markers and acrylic paint pens. So definitely go check her out. But I saw her review or do a flip through of this book a while back, and I was kind of iffy about it, and then now I'm hooked on this artist. It's Leriza or Leriza Marinas. It says CC Coloring, but that's the actual artist. And now she's got a Kawaii Goth out, and they're adorable. They're adorable. Amazon printed. Obviously, if you don't like this type of imagery, this book is probably not for you. So I don't normally like the horror, like beauty of, I love horror. Let me make sure I get that right. Scary. Let's say scary. Because my southern accent, if I don't enunciate, I think Amazon, jeez. I think YouTube thinks I'm saying something else, and so then they'll demonetize the video. So we'll say scary. Love scary stuff. Love reading. Love watching. The beauty of horror books. That sounds so stupid when I say it like that. They're great images. I like seeing other people color them, but I just don't have any interest in coloring them. This is just the random amount of kind of spooky imagery, but also cute. It's weird. It's my kind of weird. As I've said before, my kind of weird. That one's so cute. And like I said, they have a kawaii one now. Where is it? You guys will like that one. I thought Cthulhu was in here. Yeah, there we go. Well, not really, but that's who I think of when I see this, with the little wings and stuff. And a lot of these are cats, which, you know, is also a bonus. This is actually the in progress picture we were working on in the live stream on Saturday night. I used the Kingart gel sticks on that palette I showed you guys in the supply haul to paint the background with them. And some crinkling, not bad. Did really well. So pretty excited. Glad I'm already getting a picture out of that book. You know, I was hoping to have a picture out of all these by the end of the month, but that's not going to happen. We're going to maybe set it for July or August that I need to color at least one picture out of all my new books. We'll give myself till like August or something, and I'm not allowed to buy any new books till I do that. Ooh, that's a good goal. That's a good goal. Anyway. This is Cute Dragons Color by Number by Prachi, Dewan, Sachdeva. She's the wife of Sachin Sachdeva that also does coloring books. I love that. I think that's just adorable, a husband and wife team that do coloring books. I haven't owned any by her before. This is the first one, and since I've been on a dragon kick lately, this was perfect. Or yes, whatever. So dragons doing fun things. Y'all know I just love the animals and the fantasy creatures doing people things. Those are always wins for me. This is a really easy color by number. This is my jam when I am stressed. I'm trying to kill time. I'm on the couch and I don't want to think much. The color palette's on the other side. It's also on the back. Roughly 20 colors. Very, very nice. About 25 pages. You'll see this in completed pages, but if you just want an idea. Oh, she also provides little color chart sheets in the back if you want to swatch different types of markers to use. That's the one I've done so far. And it's, you know, it's Amazon paper, so depending on who you are, make of that what you will. So I got this from Etsy. This is Herb Leonhard's Dragon Nouveau coloring book. I believe he did the Coloring Heaven Fairies Nouveau magazine. I I like some of those. Actually, there's one book I don't have yet that's on the way, which is that new adventure issue that they put out. I'm still waiting on that, but coming from the UK, who knows how long that'll take. But anyway, I canceled my subscription because while I liked a lot of the issues I got, it's really expensive if you're not in the UK. And I didn't like enough of the issues to justify it, in my opinion. And I thought, well, I'd be better just buying single issues of the ones that I like. Anyway, he was the artist for the or Fairies Nouveau issue. And that's the thing. A lot of times, if I like an artist, I go look at their stuff. Sometimes I'll just buy one of their books instead, and that was the case here. I liked this one, his dragon book, a whole lot better than I liked his fairy stuff. So, this is printed by him. I got this super fast, like within a day of ordering it, so that was awesome. It was off of Etsy, and these pictures. If you like reptiloids, the Reptiloids book, you will like the images in here, and they're single-sided. It's a similar art style. I just like how, like, just he is ready to, like, ruin somebody's day right now. But then you got the funny ones like this one. So yeah, you can use markers, you can use whatever, and it feels like fairly nice paper. The Friends one. They're just so cute. They're so cute. I really like these books. And he also does, I think, single PDFs. So this is actually at the start of the month I did really good, and I bought a lot of books from artists I haven't purchased from before. So like this one is my first Coco book, and this is Midnight Forest. I think I went a little detailed on my first Coco book. And again, Coloring with Haley is also a Coco fan, and a lot of you are. And the more books I see, the more I'm like, add the list. Not add to cart, add to cart. No, no, no. Add to list, add to list. Because after all this, guys, I need to go on another no-buy, I think, for at least July, if not August, too. Anyway, this is my first Coco book. It is Amazon printed. These are all black backgrounds, and then some parts of the pictures are also blacked out. Isn't that gorgeous? I think there's like a midnight garden too. That's so cool. Y'all know how much I love the black backgrounds. Ooh. These would be really fun, not only coloring them, coloring them like you would normally color them, but like throwing in some neon gel pens or something in these little dot areas would be cool. I like this one a lot. So yeah, this was a little detailed for the other Coco books I've seen. So if you're more into the simple cutesy pictures, I'd recommend going with one of their different style books. But this black background, I like this one a lot too with Owl. It's a little more detailed, I think, than I knew. I realized what I was signing up for. That's fine. It's fine. It's still a beautiful book. I still wanted it anyway. So there you go. Saw this one. This was like #1. The June 1st, the very first day I allowed myself to buy stuff again. This was the first one in my cart. From Sachin Sachdeva, Cute Cats, color by number. Amazon printed. This has a really nice matte cover to it. It just feels soft, if that makes any sense. It's different. Plus, it's really nice because you don't get that shine like you do with all the shiny books. Shine with the shiny books. Come on, Michelle, with the glossy cover books. Similar setup to the other book I showed you. He also has a similar color palette. Color palettes on one side with black backing, and then the kitties are on the other side. That one's so cute. I kind of wish I'd been able to get this during May, because that would have been a perfect, gotta use that pun, perfect picture for my birthday. Again, not difficult, not complex color by number, just You could do a lot with this too. It doesn't just like those little paint sticks I have. I could just color a background using the paint sticks. I'm going to color some of these using a crayon. This is the one I've done. I went ahead and started at the back. I'm not quite done with this. I need to get this stuff and add in some white stars. It's like a bleed proof white little paint. Works really well. If I just used gel pen or Posca, the blue would bleed through, and so I just want regular white snowflakes. So, but still turned out really cute. I did some darker outlines in some areas, and just y'all know how I do. It's super cute. I love it. It's such a cute book. Another cute book that at first I didn't really want, but the longer I looked at it and the more flip throughs I saw, the more I realized that I needed this in my life. 50 Ocean Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. She since then put out a new one. I think it's 50 female women, 50 women warriors or something. Anyway, again, I had to go on the list, but that will be my next purchase from her probably. But I love the miniatures book. If you're familiar with the miniature series, there are tons of flip throughs of this book, tons of colored pages to see, so we're not going to spend a ton of time on it. These seem to work really well with pastel colors. I mean, we're going to use other colors, but I don't know why, but every picture I see that has had like pastel-y colors just looks amazing in this book. So, haven't colored in it yet, need to color in it hopefully this week. Neko Girls adult coloring book. This is by Dina Stone. This is the first one of her books that I own. She does offer a free, I'm going to put the link to her site and stuff. She does offer a free book that shows a lot of samples from her. Like, it's a free sample book that has different pages from some of her other books. And I really like her art style. So, she does a lot of different things. And this one was a little weird for me. I do have a flip through of this one. A little weird for me because I'm normally not the cat ears kind of person, but I thought this book was just stinking adorable. So, really cute art, single-sided, so really drawn to that. This I didn't purchase, but Creative Mandala reached out to me to ask me to collaborate with them and complete a few pages out of this book, which is 100 Flowers. And so they sent me this book. It's actually my first collaboration with an artist, so I thought that was super cool. Do they have samples in the back, or was that just actually part of the... No, that's part of the art. So this is, they are stock images, but that's okay. I think a lot of publishing companies, that's how they start out till they get an artist. They still had really cute pictures in here. And some of these, like these that have, you know, just the little random flowers and stuff, I kind of like those sometimes because you can just play with like gel pens and markers and you don't have to think much. Plus, it's a lot of images for the price, so I did a flip through of this one, did, you know, some feedback on it, my opinion and stuff. And then we did this picture, I believe, as part of a color and chat. We have, of course, markers. Did a little blending with the markers and then come in with some gel pen. And what was really different about this one is I did that blue outline. But paper was fine. Paper feels like Jade Summer Amazon paper. So there's that. So we're going to count that as part of the books. This was the one book I got during Amazon Prime because it was like $4, y'all. $4. And it's not a standard size book. It is not as tall. as an average size coloring book. So do keep that in mind. But what got me about this one is it's single-sided. I love the Crayola coloring books. They are some of the cutest books I have ever seen. The problem I usually have though is that they're double-sided, so unless I'm using crayon or pencil or I scan them and my scanner's not working right, probably thanks to Leroy, he's probably set something and I've just got to fix it. But anyway, I saw this little guy on this one and I was like, a catacorn. Oh my gosh. So again, it was $4. It's the Unicorn Coloring Book by Crayola. This will probably be part of a miscellaneous flip through since we've already gone through the fantasy collection. Look at him. He's so proud of himself running his little race. That's a good summer one. Oh, you got a bunny corn and a turtle corn. Turtle corn. Oh, you got a Cyclops gal there too. How many eyes? Okay, yeah, I had to show you guys. There may be more catacorns in here, but this was the one. This was the one that sold it for me. And with it being single-sided, I'm just so happy. So there's that one. I don't know how much it is now, but it was inexpensive there. Alright. Let me make sure I get these together. Yes. Wait, why am I missing one? 3, 4, 5. No, I'm not missing one. I just can't count. Before we get to, yeah, no, we're going to do these and then I'll show you the last one. The last two. I just remembered. Here we go. Alright. So the 3 for 2 sale on Amazon. I ended up getting 2 sets of 3. I mean, I guess I policed myself a little bit. Oh, knocking stuff everywhere. Alright. So Grimm Fairy Tales Volume 2. The only other one of these I have is Different Seasons. And there's a whole bunch of others out there. And I kind of hemmed and hawed because they had a couple different ones. But I finally settled on this one. Just going to warn you, this is a little risque. It is single-sided, Amazon paper. It's a comic series. And so it's a group of artists. It is a little risque, but I don't mind that. Oh, that would be such a good Christmas picture. That would be such a good Christmas in July picture if I actually do it. It's rare that a picture renders me speechless. I can't even look at it. Oh god, it's even worse. It's the spider. That's about what the size of the spider was in my utility room earlier this month. We're just gonna flip by that picture. I can't even comment. And there's just no... I have nothing I can say. There's a few little pattern pages, which I don't particularly like. I loved this picture. I thought this one was awesome. There's a... They tend to be either really simple or really complicated pictures, so you kind of get a grab bag. Where's the other one? It was the Wizard of Oz. I'm gonna flip through. Oh, no, we're already there. No, it's another Alice one. I thought this one was just spectacular. Just love the Cheshire Cat. Just everything about this picture is amazing. If I don't do the Christmas in July, we're doing this one. We're not doing the one with the fan. No, I can't. I can't, y'all. I can't. I mean, it's so humid outside. I'm not gonna lie. A fan on my fanny would probably feel amazing. Gotta air out. Gotta air it out every now and then. Okay. We're gonna stop. We're gonna save that for the full flip through. Oh my gosh. Now my alarm's going off. Oh god. Okay. It's a good laugh to start the day. So I love Jen Racine, and the last book I got from her was Cosplay Cats, and I really have an idea for my second picture in there. I hope I can get done by the end of the month. But this was another one of her books I had on my list, and it's Astrology Cats. Again, it's got cats in it. I mean, it is Amazon printed. So she has one image like this that's kind of just a freeform image with the cat doing whatever it's doing for the particular astrological sign. But then that one with the little mermaid tail tied on. And then she does a big, like, full page where it shows the actual constellation, elements, planets. Oh, and it even has, like, little bits and pieces. All right, so that's cool. The symbol, oh my gosh, that's really cool. I hadn't looked that closely at this. Cancer one with the little crab. Christy Color and Sketch, her birthday is this month, and that would be a cute picture. Wait. We gotta go to Taurus because that is me. There we go. Patient, reliable, well, I don't know about patient, but reliable, loving, warm-hearted, persistent, and determined, because our symbol is the bull. I mean, that's really, yeah, the bull. A lot of BS in my life. That's pretty appropriate. Anyway. Okay, we're getting silly, and it's making this even longer. Alright. I've been wanting this one for a while too. I saw this one on Lisa's Coloring Corner, and I've been seeing her complete it. And it is a little expensive because, I mean, there's not a ton of images in here, but again, that 3 for the price of 2. I made sure to look at the most expensive books and try to work those in. So this is Disney Villain Spiroglyphics by Thomas Pavitt. So there is, if you don't want to see the spoiler, and I don't want to see it, so I'm going to close my eyes, but that's what we got. So spiroglyphs are basically just a big image like this. All these little, I can't see it right there. There's little white gaps in the lines, and that's what you fill in to create the picture. And so I mean, obviously they all look like giant circles of stuff. So they also have different techniques, like use different colors and gradients and stuff, and that's too fancy for me. This is not no thought coloring for me. So okay. Oh my gosh, I'm still recovering from that picture, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is, I believe, the newest release for Fabiana Attanasio out of the Mythographic series, Dream Garden. Now, I believe, other than the Mythographic Animals, when that first came out, this is the only other Mythographic book I own. These tend to be really, they're single-sided, which is good, but they're really detailed images, which normally intimidates me. Still does, but this one was just so gorgeous. I couldn't pass it up, especially on that sale. I would have held off if it hadn't been for that sale. And I love her work. I do wish she'd do more fairy tale stuff too. Like, I like this, but I love her like the Snow White and Peter Pan book type art even more. But this is just gorgeous. So there's that, and it is a little longer. It's more of a, oh, what's his name? Kirby Verzanis size book, or a Joanna Basford, where it's a little bit longer but not quite as tall. So there's that one. Then we have this one. I have Jane Madey's Adorable Animals Grayscale, which I believe is by far her most popular book, but I don't ever see this one. This is Nature's Sweet Moments. It's 50 cute designs to color. I believe it's Amazon printed? Yes. No, this is actually printed by her, I'm assuming. Her paper's really nice. So you have a swatch page that you can test on. I like the little eggs. That's cute. So this one does have some pictures with sayings. That's normally not my thing, but I don't mind it too much in this book. So these don't have frames, like frames around the page. They're open, which is no big deal. But these are just super cute, and they're not crazy complicated. I could use marker in these. They're not grayscale, so keep that in mind. I'm hitting a lot of birds here. Not literally, but... Let me see if I can... Oh, there's that one. I was trying to find, like, non-bird pictures. If you don't like birds, I would recommend this book. Seems like it's a lot of birds. A lot of birds, which I like. It's fine. There's the one from the cover. So a lot of flowers, a lot of birds, a few other animals. This one's cute, kind of sprinkled in, is basically how I would explain this one. So, I think it's a really cute book, and I just, like I said, I was really surprised I don't see more of this out and about. Then I saw this one, and I've wanted this one for a while too. The Ink House by Rory Dobner. So I wasn't 100% familiar with this book. So basically, I believe it's just a regular story that has pages you can kind of color. So it is hardbound. But some of the images in here, oh, where is it? Looks like a storybook. So the little pugs are awesome. Little fox and the bunny. So these kind of have a grayscale. This isn't a typical coloring book, I guess, is the reason I'm showing a little more of it. It is not a typical coloring book. But it can be colored. You'd probably want to color around the ones that are already shaded. Where is he? There's Freddy Foxglove, which is gorgeous. I've seen some really gorgeous ones of that. And then the cheetah one. Yeah, Charlie Cheetah. So this is a little bit intimidating, a little bit different, but I like having it in my collection. Alright, finally, we get to my two big Etsy purchases at the beginning of the month with my birthday money. I splurged, really splurged on this one, because Clara Markova isn't selling through Amazon anymore, and the shipping is as much as the book itself, so I had to pay a lot to get this book. And it's a shame, because I would love to complete my collection of her books, but there's no way, no how, if I've got to pay $60 a book. I mean, just no. Her books are amazing. I love her as an artist, but there's no artist I know of that I would constantly pay $60 for. I'm just not gonna do it. That's just not me. Other people might, but hopefully she can figure that out. Anyway, I have... How many? Where'd they go? I have a few of her books, and for some reason I can't figure out where they went. Okay, that's weird. Where did they go? Okay. Anyway, I have a few of her books somewhere, but I saw this one. I didn't have Fairy Celebrations, and I didn't have this one. And this was the one, I think this is her latest, or her very last, most recent release. And I just adore this book in particular. It's just something about the images. And no, I've never colored in any of her books before. But this is a part of my Sunken Treasures tag, so I will be coloring in this one. See, this is the rub. They're single-sided, but she puts such cute images on the other side. You don't really want to use marker because you don't want it to bleed through and ruin that image. But I guess if she rotates the images around, then some of them you could use marker on and you'd still have that image in other ones. Look at the kitty. I love how she draws the kitties. Anyway, really, really intimidating books, but they're gorgeous. And this one in particular, I just really wanted in my collection. So one time I was willing to bite the bullet on that. So anyway, this other book, I have just adored it. It's still relatively expensive, but it's not as much as the other one. This book, from the get-go that I saw it and seeing it on different people's channels, y'all should have known, because I've said, you know, cats and then animals doing people things. And this book has both in spades. It is Story of Precious Cats. It's here on the bottom, by Nelko Neko, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. But this is a Japanese coloring book. It is double-sided. It has the cutest cats in it. It's got like a cover. Yeah, that's like the cover to it. So I can use Google to translate a lot of this, but this book is so stinking adorable. So stinking adorable. I couldn't resist. And now I'm terrified because, you know, it's if I mess something up in here, I'm really going to mess it up, because I don't want to spend that money to get another book. Oh, there's this one right here, the Halloween ones. Oh, look at them in their little costumes. Okay. Okay, I will flip through this whole thing. So it's seasons. Okay. So this is like the autumn one. Alright, so these are split into seasons, which makes sense now. This picture, I have said I like pirates and stuff. I really wanted to use this for Sunken Treasures tag, but some other people had already used this page, and I was trying to do some different stuff. But trust and believe that these pages will be colored, because this is just amazing. I have no idea what works in this book other than pencil. I don't know how water mediums work, though I need to find out. So gonna have to do some digging before I grab a picture. Oh, it actually shows you the characters too. Actually, this would be fun to translate, just to figure out what's going on. So anyway, I realized I missed a few, and then this came yesterday. This is actually Happy Mail from my buddy Nika, and I had said, I was saying seriously that I was going back on a no-buy, and this had just come out, and of course this was first on my list whenever that happens, but that was probably going to be August or September. And Nika, wonderful, wonderful friend that she is, sent this to me as Happy Mail. So thank you so much. I have looked through it. I'm super excited. So this is Cosplay Cats by Ava Brown. This is actually my first Ava Brown book. I'm going to do a full flip through tomorrow on the channel, but just to give you a peek, isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is actually pretty funny, because I need to color that one, and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, just lounge lizard, there we go, with the earrings and the big mustache in the 70s, and I just can't. I just can't. It's 2 sets of 25. Yep, we just saw that one. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, so there is, so Jen Racine has a Cosplay Cats, which I love. Hers is more just focused on the cat, and the backgrounds are blank. And I like how they're all different. And then Jade Summer has a Costume Cats that isn't quite as detailed in the backgrounds as this one, but that was one of their earlier books. So I don't know. They're all different. They're all unique. And of course, I have all of them now. My gosh. He reminds me of the Fallout New Vegas guy. A little bit. That's totally how I'm going to color that. Anyway, so thank you, Nika, for this. And now we're going to actually cover the digital books that I picked up and PDFs that I picked up this month. Alright, I'm going to try to run through these kind of quickly. Completely forgot about the digital downloads this month. So, anyway, I am a Patreon of Hannah Lynn, and I'll put a link to that in the description below, but this was her page for June. She does offer a mid-month bonus page for certain tiers, but she is actually in the process of moving. So, I think she's working on that, and that should be up today. So, I bought 2 books from Deborah Muller. First one up is Dragon Life. She does the covers you download separately. Y'all know I was on a big dragon kick this month. I do have the full flip through for this one on the channel. Where are we at? There we are. So here's the nameplate page, and I'll just scroll through a few images. As you can see, they're adorable. Very cool. Oh, there was a treasure chest right there. That would have worked for the tag I did. Anyway, so there's Dragon Life. The other one I purchased through digital download was the Magic Garden. And again, we'll do a few pages here. These look to be, you know, a little bit busy pages, but I'm pretty okay with that. That weird cat bat thing, man. This is my kind of weird, y'all. My kind of weird. Hi, Leroy. He knows I'm trying to do this quickly. He knows. He knows. All right. I also purchased some PDFs from Herb Leonhard, or Leonhard's, however you pronounce it, his Etsy page. So this one, I believe, is in one of his books. I just didn't want the book, but this image in itself, I just fell in love with. Same with this one. They're all having a little tea party. Oh, we've already seen this one. The pumpkin patch one. I thought there was a 4th one. Oh, it was that one. The cat and the little fairy. So very cute. I did purchase my first digital Jade Summer book in a while. This is Forest Animals. This is their newest release, and other than there's a large print coloring book out too, and these pictures are adorable. I desperately wanted to get to this and Dragon Life this month, and it just didn't happen, so I'm gonna have to. This has got to be, in my opinion, one of the best Jade Summer books they've put out. I really believe that in terms of the art style. So anyway, if you're not a fan of animals, you probably disagree with me, but you know. And finally, Marjorie Sarnat posted on her website some additional images for the Creative Cats book. So it's like a coloring collection, and so I don't believe this isn't the book. This is just additional images that didn't make it into the book, or that she colored separately in that same style. So these are not in the Creative Cats book, as far as I remember. But she was running a special discount. I was on the email list. Oh, that would have been great for the birthday. We'll have to do that one for the birthday one next year. They actually use a birthday card? Oh, that's cute. Anyway, just to give you an idea. And then some of these are done as cards too, which is super cool. Anyway, alright, so that really does wrap up for today. All right. I think we're done. Were you able to enjoy a lunch or perhaps color one or maybe two or three pictures during all of this? Probably. This was a pretty monster sized video, but um, this is what happens when you consolidate your buys into like 1 month. So, yeah, needless to say, after this, July is going to be a no buy month, and then probably August too, is my guess. I think I had some pre-orders. Pre-orders don't count. I think I had some pre-orders coming up, but that might be September. And then um, my other book from Coloring Heaven's coming in. I also, somebody is sending me Happy Mail, but I will do a separate flip through of that one. It is a new release, and it is adorable. So, and she is amazing, so she didn't need to do that, but she was being awesome. So, won't say her name, but if you're watching, I really appreciate it. And you guys will see that. Anyway, if I don't already have flip throughs, you will be seeing the flip throughs as I go through my collection, and I'm going to move, shift these in with my other books eventually. Um, but if there's something you want a specific flip through of now that I haven't done yet, please let me know in the comments, and I will definitely do so. I'm mostly doing those just to show you guys my collection. I put them in as best themes and groups as I can, but there may be a book in particular you want to see me go ahead and flip through. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of the week. Completed pages will be on Friday. Sunday will be the goals and plans for July, like I normally do. And then I don't know what we're doing after that, but that's the plan. So thanks guys, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.